Hi everyone, I hope you're having a great weekend so far. I'm here just to talk about some of the books that I've been reading so far in the month of October. And in October, I tend to read a lot more fiction within the genres of horror, gothic horror, or even dark academia. Um, so the first book that I have to show you is a library acquisition, and it's called The Binding by Bridget Collins. I enjoyed this, but I'd probably give it a 3.5 stars, and that's really because I thought the ending was somewhat abrupt and left a lot of unanswered questions. But I did enjoy this. I thought it had a great beginning, middle. I enjoyed the plot, and I thought it was a unique idea. So without ruining, without any spoilers, this is about a bookbinder's apprentice in England. I'm assuming it's England in maybe the 19th or even the late 18th century. And but however, it takes place in an alternate universe, I guess, where bookbinders, or rather books, are viewed with suspicion, as are the binders, and that's because if a person wanted to forget a particularly painful memory, they will visit a bookbinder, and the binder would take the memories from them, and store them in a book, so that once a person is bound, they no longer have to remember these really painful memories. Um, so yes, I thought that was a really clever idea, and I did enjoy this book, but I wasn't too keen on the ending. So I wouldn't not I wouldn't discourage anyone from picking up this book. I did still enjoy it. Maybe you disagree with my thoughts on the ending. But anyways, the one that I read before that was Dark Harvest by Norman Partridge, and this was a recommendation by Book Blather. So thank you for the recommendation. I did enjoy it. I don't tend to read a lot of modern horror, but I did enjoy it. It takes place in a Midwest town, and these young men are essentially all engaged in the hunt for the October Boy on Halloween night. Again, I don't want to ruin the plot, but I did think it was another interesting, unique idea. It was quite violent, but a lot of modern horrors are, and I still enjoyed it nonetheless. So now I'm focusing my attention really on Poe. So if you watched my video at the beginning of the month, I mentioned that I am going to be reading Poe, and I am inviting everyone to read Poe along with me. So it's not a formal readathon. It's a very informal read along. And again, if you want to participate, all you have to do is read one poem or one short story by Poe. It can be any. You don't have to read the same ones that I am. And we've already got a Voxer group going with a few other people who have already started. So we don't even need to restrict it to the last week of October. So if you want to make a start, that's great. But I started reading some of Poe's short stories and poems late, maybe Thursday, Friday. So far, I've reread The Fall of the House of Usher, The Gold Bug, Annabelle Lee. I don't know what I want to read next because I am reading this biography here by Ackroyd first. And if it's anything like his biography on Chaucer, you probably can't see it that far away. He'll examine literary themes. I mean, it's very short, so I don't know what I'm going to gain necessarily. But I'm 40 pages in, and I've already learned some new things. If you're familiar with Poe, or if you're a Poe fan, you'll know that his writing is heavily influenced by the fact that no less than 3 of his family died of consumption or tuberculosis. He had an estranged relationship with his surrogate father, a lot of pain and tragedy in his life. So obviously that's had quite a heavy influence on his writing and some of the themes in his short stories. But like I say, I'm 40 pages in, and I've already learned some new things. And I really want to use this as a guiding sort of as a reference point for other short stories that I want to read, just to see if I can identify any new themes when I reread some of his short stories and poems. So anyways, if you want to join the Voxer group just to talk about what you're reading, great, let me know. I will leave my Voxer in the comment section. If you don't, that's also fine. Feel free to leave a comment if you do decide to read something, or if you just want to talk about what I'm reading. So anyways, I'll stop rambling on like I normally do. I hope you all have a great week ahead, and I will talk to you later. Bye.